Games.
Oh fuck. This nigga spent 2 weeks in the metaverse, bro. Try to see what's up with
So a couple of years ago, we were all introduced to this idea of the metaverse.
Everything we do online today, connecting socially, entertainment, games, work, is going to be more natural and vivid.
Whoa, that's a little too realistic.
This was advertised as the next big movement in our civilization, something that would transform the way we socialize, learn, work, and even live.
And you're going to be able to do almost anything you can imagine. Get together with friends and family, work, learn, play, shop, create, as well as entirely new categories that don't really fit how we think about computers or phones today. And we call this the metaverse. We believe the metaverse will be the successor to the mobile internet.
But in the present day, over $80 billion has been burned.
Damn, I ain't, bro. I think niggas did buy those though, like use that, but they was just using them like regular VR.
New World Order is a ghost town, and the lights are mere days away from being turned off forever. Did you hear they're killing off the metaverse soon?
What?
This is the story of the collapse of Mark Zuckerberg's dream to own your reality, and why his VR vision turned into a nightmare for Meta. I just can't believe someone created this entire world, and nobody is inhabiting it. They said this was going to be the hottest place to be on a Friday night. Yeah, I don't know what it is, guys, but something about this actually does make me kind of sad. But to truly understand this failure of epic proportions, I have to take you back 5 years ago to 2021, when Mark would very publicly put all of his money on the metaverse racehorse.
I am proud to announce that starting today, our company is now Meta.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Now, as we've discussed many times on
these niggas that made me lose like 5 Instagram accounts for no reason, bro.
This channel, there was a serious movement online at this time that cryptocurrency, NFTs, and digital assets in general were set to be the next great investment.
You own your items, not a platform. Now this is going to require not just technical work, like some of the important projects that are going on around crypto and NFTs in the community now.
At that time, we were deep into the lockdown, and all of these internet geniuses were convinced that this would be the time period where—
Hold on, bro. Why you say he's a clown, bro? That's what's bro's name? Oh no, I know that nigga though. He's the business dude. Damn, what's his name? I'm trying to watch a video on him, bro. Hey, Chad, shout out Google Lens.
At that time, we were deep into the lockdown, and all of these internet geniuses were convinced that this would be the time period where people fully transitioned into living their life online. You know, they really thought that this shit was gonna be like WALL-E.
So let's hover over to the driving range and hit a...
Hey, hold on 1 second before I forget, bro. I'm gonna forget.
Channel, there was a
An hour though.
Got a quote for you from Gary Vee.
I think the reason so many scumbuckets are making so much money is because you're buying stupid fucking courses over and over, thinking there's some fucking magic formula for passive income.
Gary Vee, in some ways, is a bit of a twat. And here's why. If I was running an event and I paid him $250,000 to speak at my event and he ran his mouth off like that, I'd kick him the fuck off and I'd get a refund. Because that person who's speaking to sell is doing it for free. He's got sponsors that are paying him millions of pounds. He has promoters that are paying him 250 grand up front. So if you think about it, Gary Vee is selling a course for 250 grand. Just happens that the promoter pays for it, not the end user. So go fuck yourself.
Got a quote.
few virtual balls into space.
Nah, we did that yesterday. I don't want to do
serendipity now.
At that time, we were deep into the lockdown, and all of these internet geniuses were convinced that this would be the time period where people fully transitioned into living their life online. You know, they really thought that this shit was gonna be like WALL-E.
So let's hover over to the driving range and hit a few virtual balls into space.
Nah, we did that yesterday. I don't want to do that.
Your expressions, your gestures, that are going to make interactions much richer than anything that's possible online today. One definition of this is it's about a time when basically immersive digital worlds become the primary way that we live our lives and spend our time.
And Mark really wanted to lead the way, creating not only his own digital marketplace, but an entire universe that he claimed would one day be inhabited by billions of people.
You know, by the end of the decade, we hope to basically get to around 1 billion people in the metaverse doing hundreds of dollars of commerce each, buying, digital goods, digital content.
Where is everybody, man? This is kind of just creepy up in here. No harassment, no homophobia, no racism, spelled wrong, no portal hopping. So yes, I guess Mark's entire dream was that people would have been chilling in parks like this. Back then, Mark thought that everyone would have their own little virtual abode, where they would wear their digital...
Hey, that shit look better. What is that? Is that the metaverse? I'd rather play that on like a PS2 or something. I'd rather play that in the game, but I'll play that on the PC, nigga.
Clothing and hang their NFT artwork.
Have their friends over from all over the world for a virtual gathering. They could have their NFTs displayed in the house.
You put on your glasses or headset and you're instantly in your home space. It has parts of your physical home recreated virtually, it has things that are only possible virtually, and it has an incredibly inspiring view of whatever you find most beautiful.
Boy.
Oh, hey, Mark. Hey, what's going on?
Hi, Mark. What's up, Mark?
Whoa, we're floating in space?
Uh-huh.
Who made this place? It's awesome.
Right?
Foz, is that you?
Of course it's me. You know I had to be the robot, man.
I thought I was supposed to be the robot.
Whoa.
I knew you were bluffing.
But from the very start, there were some obvious hurdles with this entire plan. For one, Mark vastly overestimated the amount of people who were interested or comfortable with moving real-life aspects of their world to be completely virtual. Yes, we were already used to taking classes, playing games, socializing, and having meetings online, but Mark wanted to take that entire experience and make it even more intimate.
Everything we do online today, connecting socially, entertainment, games, work, is going to be more natural and vivid. This isn't about...
Bro, why did he do all that shit where he said, like, isn't this, like, supposed to, like, he was trying to make it seem like this is, like, generated by the MetaQuest, like, him talking right now? This shit ain't look nothing like that.
Spending more time on screens. It's about making the time that we already spend better. Screens just can't convey the full range of human expression and connection. They can't deliver that deep feeling of presence.
You're creeping me out, little guy. Stop. Stop in your tracks. Stop in your tracks right now.
Yo, this is a robbery, bro. This is a robbery. I'll hit you with a cone.
The only issue was that the value of the experience that he provided failed to outweigh the general issues and annoyances of using his newfound platform, with the main problem being that the VR headset itself was not very accessible for many people. Hello? Is anyone there? And the sheer idea of spending hours inside of this thing, specifically in the metaverse, was not a smooth experience at all. Rules for safety: don't run, don't yell, don't scream, don't poop on the floor, stay close to mom, don't touch Freddy, don't hit, leave before dark. Give me the fucking money.
Security is on their way over, just so you're aware.
I want a Happy Meal.
Hi. Okay. Could I have my McDonald's?
I mean, I tried to spend a couple of days on this thing, specifically in the metaverse, to see what it was really all about, and I have to say it was not a great experience. Alright guys, so I'm here on the Meta app. I've never played this, so I guess I have to create an avatar, and right now I'm between this guy and this guy right here, as to which one looks the most like me. Alright, looking crazy. Make this motherfucker red. God damn. Here we go, we're going to the metaverse. I'm transporting right this second. Oh shit, my red hands. And by the end of the day, without fail, my neck would be killing me. And on top of that, my eyes would feel compromised for the rest of the day after around a couple of hours tops. I mean, there were several times the movement within the metaverse made me downright nauseous. I'm dancing. Move me around. Hello, hello. Say goodbye to the metaverse. Say goodbye.
Hey, are you coming?
Yeah, just gotta find something to wear. All right, perfect.
So yes, Mark essentially hedged this $80 billion bet that he could financialize our daily social interaction. He thought that because he did this once with Facebook, he could have the foresight to accomplish it once again. He wanted to create a proprietary reality where he owned the hardware, the tax on every item sold, and even the virtual real estate to boot.
When you first put on your VR headset or open Horizon, you're gonna land in your own personal space. Somewhere that you can design and decorate and make your own, invite your friends to hang out, get work done, or just relax and use it to jump into
Don't even look like he's saying the words, bro.
any experience.
And despite the fact that many people out there, including myself, have been interested and willing to purchase VR technology, and despite selling millions of these units, the metaverse platform failed to crack even a couple 100,000 active users a month at its peak. To make a comparison, the Roblox universe, which is arguably everything that Mark wanted to bring to his world when it comes to community and building, gets over 80 million active users a day. I think I see a real person over there.
I'm not gonna lie. Once the resellers get the supplier on the MetaQuest, bro, them niggas gonna eat, bro. Them niggas gonna eat.
Let's go say what's up. Yo! ¿Qué pasó, amigo?
How you doing, my man? Everything good?
Yeah, this is my first day in the Horizons or whatever.
Well, you should take advantage of these days because I hear some word that they're shutting down the whole thing.
Now, Roblox did this successfully because it captured the attention of a generation organically, and of course a whole lot of absolute creepers. Whereas Mark, on the other hand, tried to buy it with $80 billion.
In the next 5 or 10 years, a lot of this is going to be mainstream. And a lot of us will be creating and inhabiting worlds that are just as detailed and convincing as this one.
So that was a fucking lie.
And like I said, I do have experience with VR playing the boxing game, Resident Evil, Beat Saber, and their NFL simulator for hours at a time. And never did I have such a shitty experience like I did for the last 2 weeks in the metaverse. Here you have one of the all-inclusive restrooms where you can take your virtual McPiss.
This is my Donna high and
She's a great blob. You want to bet? Alright, well, then guess what? Bye.
I mean, the graphics themselves are downright putrid. Like they are worse than something that you would see on a PlayStation 2 that came out almost 30 years ago. Yes, I know that made someone out there feel very old. Now this shit is just getting downright creepy. This guy right here staring into my soul. It's like they know they're about to be wiped out here in a couple of days. Happy birthday, Trip. There's the man of the hour. And when this thing first launched, it was even worse because no one had fucking legs. This is something that has now been memed into eternity after it took them years to even attempt to give people the right to the lower half of their bodies.
There's one more feature coming soon that's probably the most requested feature on our roadmap. Legs.
Legs?
Bro.
I know you
Fuck out this nigga, bro. I don't be catch this nigga in the hood, bro. I swear to God.
have been waiting for this.
I think everyone has been waiting for this.
Our first milestone is making it so you could use your avatar across all of our apps and in VR.
Who the fuck is this bitch, bro?
And we're working on bringing them more to life through animation.
Now in these keynotes, Mark would always make it a big deal that this was going to be a much more intimate way to connect with people virtually. That you would now feel like you were in the very same room as a coworker or your boss.
The feeling of presence. This is the defining quality of the metaverse. You're going to really feel like you're there with other people.
Yo, what's going on, man?
Hi, Jamari speaks. Welcome to Pets Park. Your French Bulldog is adorable. I just love that breed. Feel free to come chat with me anytime if you have questions about Pets Park or pets in general.
Wow, I guess the metaverse is so dead that they only have bots in here working.
Not a bot, just a really laid-back person.
They were talking about virtually joining your friends at a concert, really looking them in the eyes and enjoying the experience together.
After party passes? Yes!
Bro, come on, no, bro. Then they got this Asian girl and the black girl, though, bro. They try to just put all the motherfucking races they could fit up in there, though, bro. No damn boy, Asian fat, black fat bitch.
Jumping in now.
What if there was an after party that anyone could go to, no matter where they were?
This is wild.
An accountant talking to a fucking dinosaur. It was just about the stupidest idea of all time.
Hey, check this out. Oh, there's swag.
And I do have to say, with the spatial sound, this intimacy is...
Brother, who are they trying to market to though, brother? Now I'm really wondering who they trying to market to, talking about that swag.
Accomplished in a certain way, but I would not exactly describe it as positive, as I did have several conversations with people as I was messing around in this bastardization of a world.
Hello. Wait, are you at Hoka something? You look red.
Yeah, I'm sunburnt.
You wanna play this game? Look behind you now. Wanna play that game?
So I guess we're doing like a murder mystery.
Yeah.
Oh damn, where'd you get a gun?
I'm on the Iowa, but I won't kill
Hey,
you.
Kendrick, chill as fuck. This nigga run the whole metaverse, brother. He look like he got the most clout in this bitch. I ain't see nobody with a fit like Kendrick, nigga.
Oh,
shit, he got
doing this
slime.
for the whole time, so you're no freaking murder.
What's up, big dog? What's up? Can you hear me? Hello? Now, ironically, what Mark thought would bring our in-real-life social world to the digital format actually made people more uncomfortable than anything else.
Imagine if you could be at the office without the commute. You would still have that sense of presence, shared physical space, those chance interactions that make your day.
I think the only person having fun on the Meta Quest is probably that nigga Kendrick, bro. He looked like he was having a blast. Nigga know how to get the games and shit.
All accessible from anywhere.
An internal leak from Meta themselves actually suggested that people on their own teams felt an increased sense of social anxiety and even distress while attempting to communicate with their fellow employees in the metaverse.
Workrooms that we launch where you have meetings, and I basically made a rule for all of the top management folks at the company that they need to be doing standing meetings in workrooms already, right? I feel like we got to dog food this. This is how people are going to work in the future, so we have to adopt this now.
I mean, even on a personal level, I obviously spent hours in there, had numerous conversations, and while I would be looking at someone face to face in the metaverse, it never really felt comparable to a real life interaction. And I, who frequently have meetings and other conversations with borderline strangers through apps like Zoom, still feel much more comfortable getting that accomplished through a webcam or a phone. To me, this experience was like eating a piece of chicken with no seasoning. It's like, where's the flavor? Where's the spice? But hey, I guess that's what happens when a living robot tries to predict humanity's next social revolution. And I will also note here that around 90% of the people I had a chance to interact with were children, which made the entire experience a little bit on the creepy side for me, coming in there so many years removed from puberty.
Yo, he's the murderer. He's a murderer. Watch out for him.
What you looking at?
Listen to all.
What you looking at?
Just call me Princess for short. I don't want you to say the other number. Which game do you want to go?
I don't care, you can pick.
That one.
Gotta hit that bullseye. Oh, damn, who are you? Chill, bro. Chill. I don't want no problems. And that was when I actually found anyone to interact with in these worlds. Because for the most part, all of these different places you can go that people put their heart and souls into designing were really nothing but ghost towns. I'm talking about entire universes created that I was the only person in the world walking around in. I'm talking about live events where absolutely no one was present. See, like this would be cool if I was fishing with some of my buddies, but once again, I'm all alone. Here we go, I got a big one. Alright. And because I'm ethical, I'll throw it back. Yeah guys, so it's pretty sad to see I'm the only person here at the rooftop bar tonight. I imagine at one time there was people socializing here, dancing, trying to pick up chicks at the bar and whatnot. Yes sir, I'll take a whiskey on the rocks. Can I just jump back here and make it myself? Little bottle of bubbly. At least they got a slot machine up in here. Now admittedly, the only place that I found to be somewhat wholesome was when I was allowed into a community of senior citizens.
Hello, Jamera has actually talked, so.
Oh, okay.
He's young, but he's doing a study on the worlds and stuff.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, y'all got a cool little community going on here.
Yeah, we worked hard to keep the kids out of it because the kids are always disruptive and
Hello, Sergeant.
disrespectful.
A 50 and up universe where they were extremely sad about the prospect of their social life being turned off.
It's really bothering me that they're gonna knock all this down, right?
I don't think they even know yet, do they?
I don't think they got it 100%, but I think they got a path right now, and the path is looking like they're gonna quit doing it on here for VR at least.
Through the VR experience, these people had regained their ability to connect with the community without leaving their homes. They had schedules where they played games, visited different worlds, watched movies together, and created genuine connections. Hey, thanks for letting me check out Charles' world.
Absolutely, hon.
It was really cool,
Absolutely.
actually. Yeah, lots of really cool people in it.
Good.
And that was about the only thing in this experience that made me kind of sad. The other 98% of the time, I was either by myself or engrossed in the sheer mayhem.
These niggas over there, they got a quote, bro. Them niggas over there, bro, like it's motherfucking the end of the world, nigga. They trying to group up, nigga, stay with each other, nigga. Niggas over there too.
Of what felt like an overcrowded children's bouncy house.
Wait, hold on. I gotta get Get your crack-headed ass down there.
Oh.
Get back to work.
Wait,
I'm on the other side.
do anybody want flies? Bye.
You know, it's just hilarious to me that what was meant to be this grand social experience, this revolution or renaissance of sorts, in reality would either drive people to lunacy or sheer loneliness. And more internal leaks came out that revealed that only 10% of users returned to the metaverse at all after being there a single time, and only 9% of the overall worlds built by creators were ever visited by more than 50 people.
We are a company that builds technology to connect people. And the metaverse is the next frontier.
I guess these are all the people who used to come to this nightclub, okay, pretty sad. And yeah, guys, there's just not much going on here at all. Damn, they even had the beer pong going? Balls back. Balls back. See, I imagine at one time this type of stuff might have been kind of fun. Come chill with the homies, play some full send beer pong. And as I ventured through all of these different places, I only felt isolation more than anything else. And so this appears to be an entire city where literally nobody is around. It is a literal ghost town. As most of the people you would encounter out there were not people at all, but metabots. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Nope, it's just a fake bot Rista.
Hi there. I'd love to brew up something just right for you.
I heard they're about to nuke the metaverse.
Don't believe everything you hear. Mates!
Now, originally it was announced that the main aspects of this metaverse would be closed on March 31st, specifically the central hub and anything else created by Meta. So I actually sat there that night until 2 a.m. That's why I got these bags under my eyes. I was about tired as fuck, and absolutely nothing happened. But now that around a week has passed, the central hub has been taken down. You can think of this as the meta courtyard that you would spawn in automatically that has now been nuked. You ready for the end of the world?
Yeah.
What do you think it's gonna be like?
Crazy.
We also keep improving the social experience in Horizon. It's different from every other computing platform that has ever been built before. It's different from anything that any other platform can provide.
And by June 15th of this year, the entire thing in regards to the VR experience will be ripped offline forever. And it is now being turned into a mobile app that will most definitely be infested with kids. Basically, Mark realized that he couldn't map the immersive future he predicted, and is now targeting kids and microtransactions through a poor man's Roblox universe. You know, essentially all of those VR residents are now being evicted, and this will now be turning into a massive daycare. And it's very interesting as I watch through the keynote.
So what are they gonna do with their with their meta quest that they have? Do they just own a metal brick now?
It's from the last 6 years to see how they slowly but surely ventured farther and farther away from this idea of people living their complete lives online. You know, after a while it was nothing more than a footnote compared to his segments about AI and his creepy glasses. And as I mentioned before, Mark did burn through billions of dollars on this venture. You know, now they've started giving up the dream, they've laid all these people off from the virtual reality team. But really a couple of years into this entire thing, I think that Mark realized the pivot that would make him not care at all about that sunk cost.
Holy shit, it works.
What would we need to do to push it even further? And I will say it is a threat to every single individual's privacy all around the world. Because Mark didn't just burn this money, but he bought a front row ticket to your personal privacy and biometric data. And the daycare that he's building out now is really just bait for the next generation. And I will tell you guys all about that in my next video. But either way, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. You know, I had a lot of fun making this video, it felt a little bit more investigative. So I hope you guys have been appreciating that. I do think that part 2 might be even better, but y'all are gonna have to wait and see. Either way, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy, the Tan Superman, and some other epic downfalls out here need to be documented. So I'm out. Peace!
Alright, chat, I might have been too near my line. It's just 4 a.m. nigga. I woke up, nigga, was a reaction shit. A real nigga, boy.